Hey, it's George here from workingwithgeorge.com. And I'm just on one of the social networking websites, and man, who the hell knows how to use these things? I mean, I do, but if I didn't, I'd be damn confused, honestly. Stumble.com, do you know what it is? Do you know what it does? And do you know how it can affect whatever business you're in? You found this video because you typed in a certain keyword, probably a long-tailed keyword. Or you were on one of my video pages and you just kind of viewed through the other videos. But if you weren't, if you were just looking for information, say on stumble.com, because you had no clue how to use it, like check out this check out this screenshot. It's how people made their computer screen look as if it was transparent. That's freaking awesome. It has nothing to do with stumble.com. It really has nothing to do with any internet business out there. But can you imagine if somebody was looking for a certain product or service or looking for information, what they would do with it? And if you combine that with, I'd say minimum 15 to 20 other social networking sites done right, what that can do for your traffic? Look, I get traffic delivered to me. I get calls forwarded to me on a daily basis. I'm answering the phone, answering questions, and working with new people. Look, it's not hard. I think in one of my old videos, I had mentioned if you were to compare it to laying on the couch and watching TV or doing brain surgery, if it was 1 through 10, driving traffic and getting targeted leads to either call you or visit your website is like a 4, maybe a 3.5. It's not hard. And I wanted to use the example of stumble.com because me looking at this screenshot, I have no use for how to make my make my computer screen transparent. But I do have a use on how to make people see me in a different way. How to make people find me, how to bring new light, basically, to any area of business that I'm doing. Which means that when I use stumble.com and about 15 to 20 other social networking sites, as well as 15 to 30 other video hosting websites, as well as, I'd say, 10 to 15 article marketing sites, do you know what kind of traffic I drive? It's insane. It's really, really cool. And I just want to give you this opportunity. I know in my last video I talked about Craig Garcia and his wife, Giovanna Garcia, and how inspirational they've been to me. I mean, Craig, 6 years ago, was a co-founder at EDC Gold. It did well on his end, but for the marketing end, for the second user, I would call it, it didn't do so well. Because, I mean, it was really a cold sales, kind of a closer kind of pitch business, which means if you were a closer, if you can do well on the phone, you could sell a $1,000 product, no problem. Since then, Craig, 2 years ago, sold the business, traveled across the country, did seminars, and wrote 2 books, is on his third. His wife has wrote about 4 or 5 books, and is really a social marketing genius. And myself, I can drive traffic to any website out there. You give me a website and you tell me to drive traffic to it, it's guaranteed. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to do that for you. I'm just saying what my credentials are. For the last 7 years of what I've been doing and what I can do now is absolutely amazing. So, using the example of stumble.com of, yeah, there's some useless information that's pretty cool, but how can you turn this useless information and really market yourself? Become an authority, become an alpha marketer, I like to call it, right? Attraction marketing. That's what really Facebook and MySpace is about, is attraction marketing done right. If you do it right, it is phenomenal. Can you imagine 1,000 people, 2,000 people in your group or following you, and you send out one email because you are now qualified to send those 1,000, 2,000, or 3,000 people emails, and they receive your emails. Or Twitter. You got 1,000 or 2,000 people following you on Twitter. And I know for the newbies, this sounds overwhelming, but guaranteed in a month, you can have 1,000 people following you. And it's not this scam kind of push, push, push. It's authentic followers who want to know what you're selling, who want to know your information. Not even selling, but just want to know you because you are an authority of some kind. And you may think you're not an authority of anything right now, but if you give me a call, I will make you an authority of something. Guaranteed. That I can guarantee you. So can you imagine 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people on these social networking sites? You get following you because you have information that they want, and you send out an email to, 15 to 20 different social networking sites. You have their contact, you have their information where you're able to send them a targeted email to anything you want to promote to them, to anything. Can you imagine the leverage? It's sick. And I hope you realize this. Look, I got to cut this video short because it's going on about 7 minutes now or 8 minutes. I know a lot of people can't afford Craig Garcia. They can't afford Giovanna. They can't afford the Mike Browns or Mike Dillards, I mean. And you probably really can't afford me, but I've worked out a way. I've worked out something where you can learn what I learned because of my experience and who I can work with, who I can afford to work with. So I set up an 800 number. So the 800 number is 800-471-2081. Look, I'm a normal guy. I answer the phone when I have time. If I can speak to you, I will. If I don't answer the phone, leave a message. There's a voicemail. It tells you exactly what to do. I'm not going to pressure you anything. I'm going to get to know who you are and where you fit in. And it's going to be kind of a qualifying call. I'm going to see whether or not this is business or any business is right for you and where you sit. I'll kind of dissect you in a way. And I'll tell you what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are, and I'll let you know. Look, if you're this top guru who thinks you have your head on straight, look, come down from cloud 9 because you probably don't. If you can't drive traffic to a website, you don't know what you're doing, bottom line. So come down from cloud 9 or step up to cloud 1 and give me a call. See what I have to offer. You can tell on the phone whether I'm legit or fake, right? If you can't, then I have ice to sell you if you're an Eskimo. So the number is 800-471-2081. Get to know who I am. See what I'm about. See if you want to work with me. Or if I want to work with you, right? Because it's not about me. It's really about you. Make the call.